Thanks to the commander swap event, I was able to accumulate so many universal sculptures that even after my investment, I have enough to insta-max a new commander. And it's likely to be the next infantry, especially after seeing this morning this new formation coming, which is all about smite damage. So this almost confirms my suspicion that next infantry is smite, and for that reason alone, I did not want to invest in someone like Ragnar, who is a skill damage infantry commander. So, bullet dodged, perhaps? We shall see. But, for a total of 185 universal sculptures, I was able to make a reasonable ranged march, which will probably do better than expected because of the armaments and the equipment that I plan to use along with it, and how it's going to improve moving forward. So, let's see. Let's recall one of my marches real quick so I can show you. So the march in question is probably seen on the thumbnail, and that is Gaja with Cordoba. And you can see the skill level. It's a 5-1-1-1 Gaja. And at this investment level, I like it better than the Epic because Gaja does smite damage along with Gonzalo. And Gaja is an amplifier. His active skill amplifies the secondary as well. So I like this because it offers more utility because of my accessory choices, which are going to be showed a little bit later. But just 1 point, you get 20% health, 3% march speed, you get 200 healing factor out of 400, and you get some nice debuffs, which, you know, not the biggest, but still present. Now, Cordoba is a bit more invested in because his second skill is better than Gaja's, in my opinion. He has a good AoE, he is the damage dealer of this march, and I like the second skill because it amplifies even more range smite damage, and you also get good amount of march speed and good amount of attack. And I favored more attack on this march compared to my other ones because attack is ideally the one stat you want. And the other two skills are, you know, not that great, but at just 1 point, it gets the job done. When it comes to armaments, I'm gonna go into the commander tab for this. Our armaments are much better than my last KVK, which is probably a meme. As you can see here, not really many inscriptions, but it's a health inscription. And based on the stats, you got more attack, which I mentioned I like. So getting attack and health is probably the stats I want to have. And my equipment choice favors that as well because it is, in fact, legendary. And it's iconic, so I get base attack and base health. It's only gonna improve once I get 6-piece set, and the 6-piece set gives me 10% march speed as well. So it's going to be quite nice, and it all adds up nicely. Now, it's not the most optimized when it comes to stats compared to other sets, but I like the multi-functionality of this because it can be used as a gathering gear when I'm not fighting, and as a fighting gear in fighting. So I like that multifunctionality. And now when I get bones from events like Ceroli and Golden Kingdom, I'm not even mad because I need the bones to make these pieces. And maybe in the future, if I get really baller, I can maybe refine these pieces and put it for engineering for a special talent. But, you know, that's a bit high investment. And like I mentioned in my video about ranged, I think it's dangerous to invest too much because, you know, one day they might just get nerfed. So they not be as playable as they are right now. So this is the equipment. As you can see, accessory choices. I have the Greatest Glory. So once again, Greatest Glory buffs all types of normal damage boosts. So it includes smite damage, range smite damage. And I tested this out and this works. And, you know, having baseline damage bonus flat is very nice. And the Ring of Fury, the ring, I like it on the range march more than my open field march because ring can be procced in a turn where you're not actively engaging the target. So you might be running away, your target might be running away, and that turn of damage bonus is kind of wasted. But on the range march, that's not going to be the case ideally, because you're going to be hitting effectively for a long time, depending on your positioning and how well things go. So I think this is going to be more consistent. But obviously the rage generation is not going to be as potent if I had like a horn. So it has its pros and cons. But when it comes to the talent build, I chose to go in this direction. So going for the full tree is the meta. I think it's pretty good. Everything here is good. Even the side is more march speed. This one, you know, it could have some uses, but generally not attacking towers with towers. You're just attacking marches. And in the defense tree, I went for the Testudo. I think because you're doing most of your attacks, it's basic attacks. 10% chance to reduce is pretty good, even though just for 1 second, so basically 1 turn. I would say it's still pretty good. And along the way, you get more march speed, so I like that. I like for that reason as well. I might play around with it. I might go for medicinal supplies. I might go and get balance and boost formation. It all depends on the trades I will see and maneuver once I get to the stage where I can use siege on the field effectively. Now, we got equipment, armaments, and one more reason why I chose to invest into siege right now is our KVK format. So we are in Keener Blades, and in Keener Blades you have coalition technology, and you also have elite unit enhancements. So each troop type has 3 skills to choose and potentially upgrade, but you get total of 5 points. So you have to make your choices wisely. And for the siege, we have 3 skills. The first one is increasing the attack range, which is pretty nice. And basically, this also makes you able to attack strongholds, and it can be reduced the durability down to 30%. Now, for my current investment, I don't think this is a good idea because I don't have the best tech, the best equipment, armaments, etc. But this is probably just for the people who really go in the ranged meta. So this is not for me. Shatter is basically more damage, and I thought about this because I don't have max commanders, so I'm not doing as much damage as I could. I don't have any inscriptions to boost my damage. So I thought about this, but you know, I like this skill the most because it allows you to attack when you're not in the process of going into range mode or going out of it. So it saves you 10 seconds, 20 seconds of time. And if I think this is going to be used in a scenario where you have your marches and you're dying down and you kind of see it coming, you activate the skill and you move away to your safe zone where you can safely retreat. But you know, maybe if there's people chasing you along the way back, you can attack them, so you get free hits essentially all the way down to your city or to Alliance flag or whatever. It's safe. So I like this skill a lot, and it can be upgraded, but I think there are better choices for me to upgrade because once again we have 5 points total. We need to make the most of it. But yeah, this is how my range investment is going to go. I like this option because it serves me, like I mentioned in the video. I'm going to post it at the end of the video. I treat it as a supplement to my already established lineup. So I treat it as an option. And if things go well, if I position well, it should be good KP as well. So what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you have this similar type of lineup already. Let me know how you traded. And with all that said, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.